Hello and welcome back to today's podcast with Vikas Bhai and Motozo. So, Vikas Bhai, we were having an almost a half an hour long argument about this particular motorcycle from Royal Enfield.
Hmm.
And I think you are aware that I don't like a lot of Royal Enfield
Yeah,
motorcycles.
that's why you bought the GT 650.
Yeah. Yes, but I
Yeah.
bought one. But anyways, so today's you can say uh, a podcast. It would be more like a differences in
Debate
opinions
cast.
between Vikas, yeah,
Yeah.
between Vikas Bhai and Motozo. So the motorcycle that is in topic today is the Royal Enfield Classic 650.
Hmm.
So Vikas Bhai, let me just, give you a glimpse of that
Go ahead.
motorcycle. It's probably the same engine that you already have
Hmm.
from the Interceptor 650. It has the same frame. The main frame is the same. Only there's slight changes to the
All right.
subframe. And I mean, other than that, everything else is just a mix and match.
Hmm.
So, I mean, what would be your first impression hearing about something that Royal Enfield is pretty good at doing, mixing the engines between different model names.
See, I'm a person who goes by the philosophy that more number of girlfriends that you have, the better it is. So, the more number of options that are there in the
Right,
market for motorcycles, the better it is. I mean, what is the problem? If I
right.
want to buy, I'll buy. If I don't want to buy, I'll not buy. You know? But yeah,
Absolutely
why
true.
do I have to go criticize this motorcycle? I mean, they are not shoving it into my mouth. They are not saying, Vikas, you have to buy it, else we will
You
penalize it,
have to
we
buy
will
it.
tax you
Right.
more. They are not saying that, correct? So what is the problem? So first, let us
Absolutely
let
true.
us mention this to the audience that for the debate, I am supporting Royal Enfield 650 Classic, and Zoe is not supporting. Okay. Is-
Right.
So I said a point now. Now you go say a point against it.
Okay. So because by the biggest drawback is it's so freaking heavy. It's almost 243
Hmm.
kilos. So this for I think it's close to I think 45, 47 bhp
Hmm.
motorcycle. The power to weight ratio is absolutely like very, very low.
That is
So,
that is a point that you have, Joe. However, we have to
right,
understand. Okay, the name itself says it. That is, it's a
it's a classic.
classic. It
Correct.
it carries a character. It carries a DNA which says that I am a classic motorcycle. I got no axe to grind. I got nothing to prove. I should not be taken to a drag strip. It is not about 0 to 100. It is not about power to weight ratio.
Right.
It is, as a matter of fact, about nothing. It is only about one thing. That is, it's a big, nice, heavy motorcycle at a kind of an affordable price. Come on, please sit on me and ride me. Don't talk too much. Don't think too
Right.
much.
I mean, there will be, after a few weeks, you will be seeing this classic 650, being tested by so-called
Yeah.
influencers on a straight line highway against unnecessary motorcycles, like maybe even the Duke 390 or
Hmm.
uh, maybe like a Ninja 300 or 400, anything. But unfortunately, we are different. We are from inline4news.com,
Absolutely.
which you will be getting to know a lot of things about very soon in the upcoming videos, upcoming reels, and stories. So we do things differently here. Now, we are not here to, do a drag race between the classic and the interceptor or maybe the ninja. It's all about how you are able to enjoy that motorcycle.
Well, so,
So,
people have to
yeah,
understand they should never compare a blonde versus a brunette. Both have their own level of
absolutely.
beauty and importance. So, comparing
Correct.
a classic 650 parallel twin to a motorcycle which is much lighter, much faster, what sense does it make? I mean, enjoy that motorcycle also. Enjoy this motorcycle also. Correct? Now you got to say some more
Right.
bad. I mean, with the bad points.
I'll
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Vikas bhai, I'll be very honest with you. I was never a fan of the classic 350 as
Mm,
well. Although there were many people in my family, they have owned it, but I disliked it. I don't know. It's just a personal choice. It can be. I was more into, a little bit of performance-oriented
mm,
motorcycles. Uh, but I would say that, launching the 650, the classic 650, uh, it's not targeted towards youngsters at all.
absolutely.
At least from my point of view, uh, I'm still in my, I've turned 30, and if I had an option to buy a parallel twin, I would still be choosing maybe an
Mm,
Interceptor, or there's so many options right now, but definitely not the classic
mm.
650. And you never know, maybe next month they will be launching a Go on 650 as well with a bigger handlebar. So the mix and match, it works. But personally, I would say I'm not a fan of this heavy, kind of, I would say like a warship.
See, again, you said
it's
it.
it's
You
slow.
you said
It's
it. Okay, it's a beautiful word, a
right,
warship. See, a warship has a purpose. So, the same way, classic 650 has a purpose. A warship doesn't have to go very fast. Okay, it can go
right,
slow, 50 nautical miles, 60 nautical miles, and it can, protect our oceans, protect our country. It
right,
can carry hundreds and thousands of tons of load. So it has a purpose, it has a character. The same way, the classic 650 has a specific purpose. That is, I mean, wear a nice leather jacket, sit on the motorcycle, go on a slow, easy ride. When I say slow, not at 50 kilometers per hour, but you can easily cruise at
right,
80, 90 kilometers per hour. I do agree to one point that the handling will not be great. Okay. You will not be able to do
right.
emergency braking. You'll not be able to do cornering. You'll not be
Maneuvering and all these things.
true, but again, a warship can't do that either. Correct? Warship is not a speedboat. So,
Right.
the whole idea of a classic 650 is not to use your brain too much. Okay, don't think too much. Simply,
Just buy it and ride it.
absolutely. I mean, what is the on road price?
But again, yeah, on-road price, just
Hmm.
one moment,
Sure, take your
because why?
time.
I'll just check the on-road
Uh huh.
price. So that's around 3,90,000 in
Yeah.
Kolkata
So it's about 4
as
lakh
of today.
rupees. Yeah.
Almost 4 lakh rupees. But again, as I'm not, liking this motorcycle that
Hmm.
much, it's 4 lakh rupees for a motorcycle that you can just, use on the weekends. I don't think it's a good idea to take a 240-kilo motorcycle, commuting to
See, weight,
office.
I don't really have an issue, as I mentioned. Okay. Because the moment
Right,
you start riding a motorcycle, weight doesn't matter. Okay. That is, I
exactly.
agree with you that in the city it can matter, because in the city there'll be stop and go traffic, there'll be too many left and right turns, you'll have to park the motorcycle and take it off from parking multiple times in a day. But this
Right.
motorcycle, the classic 650, was never designed to be ridden within the city. You gotta get out of the
Absolutely.
city, get onto the highway and cruise, or some countryside roads, you know so
They already have the 350 for that purpose, if I'm not wrong.
350.
The 350 serves a lot of, like little bit of commuting. People do a lot of tours on it
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, 350 can be used for
But
commuting also. I've used the
yeah,
classic 350 within the city, and it does a fair job, you know. Uh, so
right,
now tell me, Zoe, what are other reviewers and so called influencers, so called
right.
journalists, what are they saying about the 650 classic?
I really appreciate what Shumi has said about
What
this.
did he say?
And, in Moto Inc., they were doing a
Uh-huh.
great job. It's good to be, in the same page
Tell me,
sometimes.
what did he
So,
say?
he disliked the idea of taking, testing that motorcycle around the hills.
I
So
mean, he wants to ride it on the
yes,
hills. I want to ride it near the beach with a
yes,
bikini babe.
there could be some,
Yeah, absolutely.
differences
I mean,
in
no, I
opinions.
mean, see, if he wants to take it onto a mountains and say it is not performing well on the mountains, who asked you to take it onto the mountains
Right,
and say not performing well onto the mountains? There are so many other terrains you can ride on. You could have taken it onto a
right.
nice beach side road with a
But
bikini babe.
yeah, because why? But
Yeah.
there's one issue with
Mm-hmm.
that. You know that. So these companies, they when they are inviting
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
journalists and motorcycle enthusiasts,
Mm-hmm.
influencers, they have they select some locations. I don't know on what basis they are choosing these locations
Mm.
for, but we would love to join this very soon. And but there's a terms and condition. We would love to test it out in our own, any particular place, not just maybe around the hills and that's all. No, we want to test it out in
Correct.
city, little bit on highway and the different terrains if
See,
possible.
I've been to
So
these media rides so many times, in the last
right,
whatever 10 odd years. Uh, and I told them most of the brands, I clearly mentioned it to them in the last 1 year. I get a message usually. Okay,
right,
I get a message on my phone that Vikas, so and so motorcycle is getting launched. We would like to invite you. And I've been to so many of those. I'm thankful to uh, the universe that I got the opportunity to do that. I'm thankful to the brands for inviting me. But I
right,
told them that, see, you call all of us, that is 15, 20 people at once. Okay. And then you are asking us to test a motorcycle at a location that you have chosen. So, a motorcycle is a horse. Okay. A horse can perform on different terrains. So, why are you
correct,
expecting a review from me by making a horse uh, ride only on a specific terrain and then talk about it?
correct,
So I told them, you know what? Give me the motorcycle. I am not going to be coming over to the media rides. Okay. Send a motorcycle to me 1 month later, 2 months later to my residence. Let the motorcycle be with me for a week. Many other brands did that. They used to send motorcycles to me, and the motorcycle used to be with me for a week. I said, I will test it in my own way. I'll
right.
take it to my office. Okay. I'll take opinion of others. I will understand how she's performing within the city. I'll understand how is the heat management. I'll go onto the highway. I'll go on to
Correct.
nearby some mountain kind of roads. I'll go on to some lakeside. So we can understand how she performs in a overall.
There's so many factors,
Absolutely.
that changes.
So
So
see, the
yeah,
thing is
brother.
that I do not like
So
to criticize a motorcycle unnecessarily. Okay. I mean, every
correct,
motorcycle will have its flaws. You bring out a MotoGP
right,
motorcycle today and go ask a MotoGP rider, he will bring 50 flaws in it. He'll say, oh, that zero point
easily
0.6 mm, that thing is not nice. Yeah.
difference.
But for us, it's just so good, because, I mean, in the end, what, um,
People can buy whatever they
correct,
want after they are able to test ride it.
correct. So,
Right.
and I love options.
So yeah, that
You
is the
know,
thing.
y-
But personally,
hmm,
Vikas bhai, I would say that the Bear 650 or maybe even just the Interceptor
hmm.
650. For me, I would be choosing if I had to choose a parallel twin, which is more practical. Even on like on the weekends, we can do anything on it. It's not that we cannot tour on the classic 650. I'm pretty sure Royal Enfield will have tons of other, add-ons like accessories, and you can see on the roads how much people, they are spending on accessories for even today the classic 350. People spend a lot of money on it.
I
They get this, they get that.
I don't spend 1 rupee on accessories. I spend on petrol and I go out.
Absolutely,
So,
that will be more
yeah,
than enough.
absolutely.
So yeah,
So,
brother.
see, basically,
So I think,
people also
yeah,
have an issue. They keep saying that Royal Enfield is simply taking one engine and putting it into multiple other motorcycles. See, we have to understand the
right,
economics of running a motorcycle company.
But isn't KTM doing the same thing with the 390
Even
series?
Japanese motorcycles do it. I mean, cars do it.
Right,
So, see, the issue is the not. It's not even an issue. The fact is, designing a new engine, doing the research and development, the testing, and then bringing it onto the assembly line, assembling it, everything. It costs crores of rupees. Okay, and
right.
I mean, I'm not talking 1 2 crores. I'm talking about hundreds of crores. So when will the company get the return on investment if they bring in a new engine for every motorcycle? Got it.
That's practically not possible.
If the
Right,
company is in losses, it is bad for us. We will become like, our neighboring countries where even a basic motorcycle costs
right.
like 3 4 times more than what it is.
More than like 3 4 lakhs.
Yeah. So we are
Right.
we today in India are very fortunate because see, I've seen those times. I've seen 15 20 years ago where buying a motorcycle which had some kind of performance, buying a motorcycle which kind of looked interesting was so difficult in our country. So today we have so many
Now
options.
things have changed. Right,
Absolutely. And we got to appreciate that. Let the motorcycle companies do mistakes. Let them do it. Now you will say, yeah, but what if they manufacture a bad motorcycle? Simple. Do not buy the first lot motorcycle in a hurry. If the engine is new, yeah,
brother. For real, also this one
yeah,
same thing.
I'll say it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Right,
So let companies do mistakes. Okay, because only when you give motorcycle companies the freedom to do mistakes, they will have an opportunity to bring out new variety of motorcycles. Yes, I do understand sometimes the engines of motorcycles could have an issue when it's a new engine. So, like for an example, what is happening with Aprilia right now? I do not know if,
absolutely mess with us.
yeah.
Why I could share the screenshots
So
if
now
possible on this
we do
video.
not know if it is the company's fault, if it is indeed an engineering issue. We do not know that. We have heard from people that many of them are facing issues in the engine. So, simple. People have to understand that do not buy the first lot motorcycle. I mean, if a motorcycle is launched, then do not buy it immediately. Let some other people buy it, try and test it. You wait and buy it after 6 months or 1 year or so. Okay.
Right.
So,
So that is the thing, guys. If don't be in a rush, there's a new launch and you're going to buy and book it.
hmm,
You'll be the first person to buy it in your city, in your, locality or something, and then put it for content. Please don't do that.
learn from
You can
others'
just wait,
problems.
right? Let other people marry first, and then you see if you should make that
Yeah,
decision or not.
absolutely.
That's yeah. So to sum it up, please go and take a test ride of the 650
Hmm.
Classic. And I mean, if you still love it, you can consider buying it. So we are not telling you don't buy it, don't avoid it or anything. It's totally your choice, your money is your decision. And
If
again, I
you
would
buy
say
it
that
and you don't like it, I'll give you my address. Send it to me. I will write it. I love
we'll
gifts.
be happy to write it, and we will write a lot of good things about it if we
Yeah.
love it for
Oh, yeah.
our
So
inline4news.com.
please log on to www.inline4news.com. This is our own publication, it is our news entity where we bikers
Right.
get together from different towns, states, cities of our country, and we write articles on this platform, and we feature new riders, we feature products, and every single month we bring in a e-magazine.
And for your reference, everybody, uh, I'll be sharing the screen with
Go
Vikas
ahead.
Bhai. I hope you can see it. One moment. Where is the screen share? Okay, Vikas bhai,
Uh huh.
are you able to see the screen? I'm not sure.
I can see now.
Okay, where is the Chrome? Okay, so everybody, uh,
Yes.
I'll put this on the video
Please
as well.
do.
So this is our home page. So once I click on home, this is what you will be able to see on the home page. So there's tons of different categories like events, which Vikas Bhai has recently attended. And it's not just him, there will be more events in this category. We recently had a photo walk with Andy Squid Squad, and we will be posting a lot of these things in this event category. Then you would see the gear and brother, do we need a separate video or we can?
Say it here a little bit.
Yeah. So just for an example, all the reviews of motorcycle gears like which we are doing from different brands such as Rhinox, BBG, any brand that would love to showcase their riding gears and want us to review it for them, we would love to do that. So we will be putting everything here. Now let me show you something new. So the new bike launches, you can see Vikas bhai, one of my friend, he has written this uh, about Classic 250.
What?
I'm pretty sure a lot of you all are not
Wow.
aware. Yes, Classic 250. So, I mean, from some sources, he has heard about this
Hmm.
and he rushed to me. I would love to write something about it. And I said, yes, please send it to us. We would love to publish it for you. And he has written a very good article. So, uh, anybody of you can send us articles.
Yes.
We would review it and we would,
So,
publish it here.
buddies, any
So,
nice event
yeah.
happening in your city, if you organize it, if someone else organizes it, you go there, take photos. You can send the content to us. We will publish it. We will give you credits and we will highlight that event. We will give exposure to that event. And if you yourself have done a nice ride, interesting motorcycle ride, take photos during the ride and send the whole write up to us. And we will give you uh, exposure to all the riders across the country. So, a lot of things we are going to do through
There's
inline4news.com.
tons of possibilities we can
Absolutely.
do.
So, the email address is info at inline4news.com.
And because by this is what we added last night.
Lovely.
I forgot to tell you. So this, it will be like a gallery. You can see a lot of pictures here.
Lovely.
So you can save any of these pictures also. Anyone like if you would love to save it as a wallpaper, you can do
Mm,
that. So, and if you have any other suggestions, you can straight away email us at info@inline4news.com.
yes.
So let's, Vikas bhai, about this classic 650, we will be posting this article, the
Awesome.
podcast in an article format as
Yes.
well. So yeah. So if you got any other questions, you can feel free to email us, follow us on Instagram first, and then DM us because we would love people to follow us as well.
Yes.
I think Vikas bhai, we need to hit total of 30K subscribers. I mean
On
followers
Inline 4
soon.
News Instagram page you're talking about, correct? Hmm.
Yes, and don't forget the Inline 4 News Instagram handle
Hmm.
also. I'll share the link in the description of this video because we want people to get updates on a daily basis as
Hmm.
well. And if you guys have any other suggestion about inline4news.com, you can straight away email us and we will get back
Awesome.
to you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all for today, guys. And about the Classic 650, take a test ride, and then decide.
Yes. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye.